The time has come. The pocket parang is here. Let me show you its features. Yeah, believe it or not, this is legal to carry in Germany as an EDC. It's probably the mightiest blade that is legal in Germany where nothing else is legal. Why is this legal to carry? Well, this is a fixed parang machete. You know, actually you can buy this on Amazon. It's actually a good machete. Now, this is not considered a weapon following the German weapon law because it's considered a tool. And it is, it's just a garden tool. So, of course, you can abuse it and use it as a weapon, but it's not legally a weapon. Is it legal to carry? No, because in Germany, even normal knives that are not considered weapons can only be carried if the blade is not longer than 12 centimeters, which is about 5 inches. And this clearly is longer than that. So this is not legal to carry. But for two-handed folding knives, the length is irrelevant following German weapon laws. And the pocket parang cannot be opened one-handedly because it also locks in the closed condition. So if I want to open the blade, I first have to press on the back lock here, and then I can open the blade, like so. Right? And of course it locks in the open condition, and it's really a firm lock. So this is now almost like a fixed knife, very solid, and I'm going to hack with it later on, so you'll see. But since it cannot be opened with just one hand, it is legal to carry in Germany as an EDC knife. And it's actually practical. So we compare this to the very successful pocket chetty, which has been sold out within 72 hours. We sold 5,000 of these within 72 hours, years ago. So it's now a collector's item. This is my personal one that has Mikada scales and not G10. In any case, as you can see, the blade length of the pocket parang is definitely longer than the one from the pocket chetty. So it has the longer reach, specifically since you can hold both knives at the end here. So if I do this, then clearly the pocket parang has the far longer reach. So this clearly is an advantage. So the reach is so long that this almost is like a short sword. Very practical. What is the purpose of this super jimping here? Well, first of all, it is actually practical if you want to put your thumb on here and then use it for fine carving. So you can carve with a lot of control. But this is also for a, well, quote-unquote, friendly combat. So if you are in a fight and you don't want to kill your opponent outright, you can turn the knife around and then you use this side, and this will actually work like a blunt and very rough saw. So this means that you can really cause a lot of pain if you use this with some force, but you will not likely kill the opponent. So this means that this can be used for more like a fight where you don't want to be a killer afterwards. But it's also very useful for outdoor, and I can show you what you can do. Because this is actually ideal to put a pot on the fire, like so, or take it off the fire, just because then it will be there very firmly. So this is very practical as a tool for camping when you are starting a fire and running a fire and want to cook something. I actually designed the knife, and then it was perfectionized by Messer, a company where we are invested in, and we're also partnering with them. And it is actually made by Black Fox. That's an Italian company, but their manufacturing site for this one is in China. It's in Asia. Otherwise, it would be absolutely impossible to pay for this hunk of steel if we would make this in Europe. In any case, if you open it, there's another box, and it also carries the Gogan logo and the Midgard's text on the back. And then the knife is inside of this box. It's actually inside of this little holster. And of course, it's nicely sealed in a plastic bag. So this is the black version, which is exclusive for Gogan. There are some other colors that you can get at Midgard's or from Tools for Gents, but those will be much lower in volume. So they're probably already sold out when you watch this here. So this one is limited to 5,000 pieces. So if I open up the blade, then let me see if the camera can focus on this here. Then you can see that this is actually, there's the Black Fox symbol. This means it's Fox manufacturing in China. There's the Midgard's logo on it and also the numbering. So this one is number 4,860 of 5,000. And on the other side, you have the Gogan logo and my signature because I'm the designer of this knife, proudly. how to carry a knife like this? Well, of course, you get the holster for carrying it on your belt in close condition. And of course, you can also do it like I did, like make a sheath for it and attach it to your survival e-bike. So this one actually does this, exactly that. So I can just put it in here. And that will be legal in Germany to just use this for going for an ice cream, whatever. Right? But of course, you can also just put it in your pocket. That's what I do, and carry it just like you carry a pocket knife. Because this is designed in a way that you can actually put it into a regular jeans pocket. But you can do this two ways. Let me show you. So first of all, you do this with the handle directed to the front. And when you do that, you see this is just a regular jeans. It fits nicely inside and it stays very close to your body. So you can move around, you can let your t-shirt hang over it, and it will not look in any way suspicious or so on. But when you're in a dangerous situation, you want to flip this around and put it like this. And now actually it works a little bit like a pistol, like a revolver that is pocketed. So because then you can very quickly pull it like this, and at the same time you can press on the lock. So you pull it and you press with your thumb on the lock. You can easily open the blade, and then the knife is ready for action. So this is like the ideal way if you really want to use this for self-defense in a critical situation. And if it's really critical, you can of course have two of them at the same time. And then you're like super dangerous, like a bladed Wing Chun. I'm just joking. What's still missing is the hacking test, and therefore we have some ballistic gelatin and we have some artificial skin leather here that we put on top. And now let's see what the pocket parang is going to do with it, shall we? Whoa. One more. The pocket parang, legal to carry in Germany. A mighty, easy to carry knife. Brutally long, very effective, great steel. I love it. Limited to 5,000 pieces, only at GoGun. What I find fascinating is the first wooden prototype of this I developed and showed you on my YouTube channel in October 2023. So that's like a year and a half ago, and I was correct almost to the dot. So, you know, I mean, the period of time that it takes to turn a wooden prototype into reality is just astonishing. So I am currently working on knife designs that you can buy in a year and a half from now, hopefully. I love my job.